Here's a well-loved Christian story with a moral lesson, the parable of the prodigal son, adapted. Once upon a time there was a man who had 2 sons. The younger son was restless and wanted to explore the world. One day he approached his father and asked for his share of the inheritance. Although the father was saddened by this request, he loved his son and granted it. The young man packed his belongings, took the money and journeyed to a distant country. There he squandered his wealth in wild living, spending recklessly without thinking of the future. Before long, a severe famine hit the land and he found himself destitute, hungry and alone. Desperate for survival, he took a job feeding pigs, a task that made him feel even more ashamed. He was so hungry that he wished he could eat the food the pigs were eating. Then in a moment of clarity he thought, "Even my father's hired servants have food to spare, and here I am starving. I will go back to my father and tell him, 'Father, I have sinned against heaven and you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Please take me as one of your hired servants.'" With a heavy heart, the young man began the long journey home. As he approached, his father saw him from a distance. Filled with compassion, the father ran to him, threw his arms around him and kissed him. "Father," the son said, tears streaming down his face, "I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son." But the father said to his servants, "Quick, bring the best robe and put it on him. Put a ring on his finger and sandals on his feet. Bring the fattened calf and kill it. Let's have a feast and celebrate. For this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found." The older brother, who had been working in the field, heard the celebration and was puzzled. When he found out what was happening, he became angry and refused to go in. His father came out and pleaded with him. "Look," the older son said, "all these years I've been working for you and never disobeyed your orders, yet you never gave me even a young goat so I could celebrate with my friends. But when this son of yours comes back after wasting your money, you kill the fattened calf for him." The father replied, "My son, you are always with me, and everything I have is yours, but we had to celebrate and be glad because this brother of yours was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found." Moral of the story. This story is a beautiful reminder of God's boundless love and forgiveness. No matter how far one strays or the mistakes they make, returning with a sincere heart is always met with compassion and grace. It emphasizes that each person is precious and redemption is always possible.